Does it bother you men that I think I just asked you this question. Why is it blanking out? That the woman is the breadwinner. Wait, yeah.
Does it bother men if the woman is the breadwinner?
It's the breadwinner in the relationship.
Okay, all right. So Will, do you want to go? Do you want to attack this one?
Well, I think for most men, no, I'll speak for me. It would bother me only because like I would feel like I need to do more. But for me, just because like it actually motivates me. Like when somebody talks bad about me, that motivates me. If it's like, man, I need to she's out here doing this and doing that, I need to get off, I need to get off my, my butt and do something. To me, that motivates me. You're not gonna be that for long if that's the case. So, and I've been doing this for a long time as far as like being an entrepreneur, and it goes like that. That's how life goes, in this life of entrepreneurship or whatever.
Yes.
For me, it just motivates me to be like, okay, I'm gonna do that. But I do know other guys where that's just not the case. They just lay there. I expect her to go and leave you. That's just what I expect. So, but because I don't see anybody that unless there's an agreement where like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna take care of the kids and all that. Then yeah, if she does that, then you're wrong. But it's like I don't that doesn't sit well with me. Where it's like, dang, I gotta get taken care of, and I have nothing else to do. I'm not taking care of the kids. I'm just chilling, or so it doesn't sound right to me. So
yeah.
All right. You got your piece on.
All right, well, I'm gonna think about some more.
No, I'm ready. I'm about to say my piece. I know.
I'm ready to take your questions or anybody else's. I don't even have any in mind.
I know Will speaks for from his own personal experience, but I would speak on behalf of all the men.
Okay.
But this is the way I see it, because for me, I'm not speaking on opinion. For me, I do a lot of research regarding like our biological nature between men and women and how we see relationships and sexuality. So one thing I've read, especially based on research and science, that men we show commitment differently of how women show commitment. And for men, the way we show commitment is through provision and protection. That's our natural love language. A man is really serious about you when he takes the responsibility to provide and protect you. So until a man is willing to provide and protect you, put a roof over your head and offer his resources, that's how men show commitment. So that's our natural love language. So your question was, do men get bothered by women who is the main breadwinner, right? I wouldn't say we're bothered by it. Like, I admire a woman when it comes like to be that's independent, that's going out there and working hard in career and earning good money. It's something I respect. It's something I admire. But when it comes to like the intersexual dynamics of relationship, what I'm sexually attracted to, that's not something I'm sexually attracted to when it comes to her being a breadwinner. Because I prefer to do that because that's my natural love language as a man. Like that's how I show commitment to a woman. I want to provide and protect her. So if you're really doing the providing and protecting, then for me is like, how do I come fit in? And also one thing I have noticed for a lot of women is depending on how much money she makes, if she makes more money than me, one thing I've noticed for a lot of women is if she's earning more higher income, they need their man to match them in their level. And if the man is not growing to match in their level, they'll lose respect for me. And they're always nagging, hey, like, how come you're not, improving? How not? So they're always constantly just like asking me every single day, like, when are you going to get to my level? When are you going to progress? Right. And for a lot of men, that's like that nagging, that constant just all in my ear every single day. Because a lot of men out there doing their best to work hard every single day to improve, but things take time. To grow your financial success takes time. But for a lot of women, like, they require their men if he's not on the same level, they're always nagging their men like to get to their level. And for a lot of men, it's irritating to hear that. But for men, it's opposite. Like, if my woman's making less than me, I don't require her to meet me at my level. Like, I don't, like, if she can stay the same level financially and I can be right here, and I'm fine. Whether if she rises up and we meet the same level, or if she goes higher, that's fine with me because we both love each other. But that's one thing I have noticed is when the women, the breadwinner, and the men is making dramatically less, she's gonna want him to meet her at that level, and because for women, you guys, I always prefer your guy to be the other. You guys prefer your guy to match you in the same level. You know, that's why a lot of women don't like to date guys who make less money than them. I mean, if you just look at the numbers itself. But I've just seen is that's one of the biggest for men. They know that they go with a woman that's making higher money or she's the main breadwinner. She's gonna constantly just be on him every single day to match her level. And if he doesn't match her level, eventually she might lose respect, she might lose attraction, or she might find a guy that's actually in her level. But for men, we don't care. Whether she's my level, lower than me, higher than me, it's all good. But I don't require my woman to meet me at my level. I'm good where I'm at. Then she rises, if she doesn't rise, that's fine. But just something I have noticed, because I have been with women like they're higher level than me, but that's always the question they always ask me, like, hey, so what are you doing to get to my level? Like they're always that constant pressure, right? And I'm like, you know, and we may have different interests, we have different careers, you know, right? So like our careers may, you know, maybe she wants to be a business owner, but maybe the guy wants to be something else. Money is, you know, success and is different for everybody. But that's something that's why I do notice a lot of men, they know that if they go with the woman that's the main breadwinner, she's gonna require him to match him at her level. And if she does it, and if he doesn't, she has a high probability of leaving the relationship for not a guy that is in her level. And that's why for a lot of guys I do see that I talk to personally, that they know that is gonna happen. So they prefer just to find a woman that he could be the main provider, because the women are naturally able to submit to him and just be cool with that. And then the relationship just works out better. Will, do you want to add to that, Will, or no?
I mean, as far as like, I think that's where just communication comes in in the very beginning. Like, what are your goals? Like, what is it that you're trying to do with your life?
Mm-hmm.
And if I tell you, man, I just really want to be an ice cream truck driver. I just want to have an ice cream truck, and that's it. And you know, I want to drive around the hood, and I want to give you know, that's what I want to do. That's what makes me happy. And maybe you're a lawyer, but you love me. You say you love me, and if you want to be a lawyer and you want to make, you know, $500,000 a year, and I want to be an ice cream truck driver and I want to make $80,000 a year, and if you agree to that and then we get married, then I shouldn't hear nothing from you. You know,
Right.
if you want to live in this big mansion, because me as a man, I can sleep in that corner over there and I'm fine. Mm-hmm. You know, and as long as you have a bed and, you know, the kids are provided for, I'm cool. But if you need all of these things, you know, then that's another conversation. But, you know, if I'm happy and I tell you right up front, this is what makes me happy, and then you keep wanting me to be here because these are your levels. That's not my life goals.
Yeah.
You know, those are your levels, and that's not something that I aspire to. You're trying to do all of these things, then maybe that's a mismatch. But if that's, you know, just, I would say, like, when people hook up in the beginning, what makes you happy? If that makes you happy, to me, it's not about breadwinner this and breadwinner that. Mm-hmm. It's like, you know, if that's what makes you happy, you know, and me, you know, she's a lawyer, and that just makes, you know, it by default, you're gonna make a lot more money than me because I'm an ice cream truck driver. But you're happy and I'm happy, then what's you know? But as a man, like you were saying, like, I get that, you know.
I just saw one of the comments on the Facebook.
Yeah, I can't see any of that, so I'm glad.
It's all good.
Yeah,
It's
so
hilarious.
I mean, as a man, it makes a difference. If you let it bother you. So for me, like I said, to me that's like
communication.
Yeah. It's all about communication. But for me, it's like, man, I do want her to be happy, but if I told you up front that this is all I wanted, you know, and this is what you agreed to, and now you want me to do all of this other stuff, then we just don't need to be together. You know, we need to do something else, because I want to, you know, a partner that drives, you know, hands out the snow cones or something like that. I don't know, but communication.
You know, it's funny when 99 for all the previous shows I've done in the past, and I've asked the women the same question, right? Every single, no, I think most of them, I think I can't remember, but I think not all of them. They said that they need their men to match them at their level. That's what they all said. It was unanimous. All the women said that if they got with the guy, even if it was in a lower level, say socially and economically, they said that they wanted them to grow to match them, eventually match them at their level.
Financially,
especially when it comes to finance. But when I asked the men on the previous podcast, all of them said that it doesn't matter for us. It doesn't care whether they're women at the same level, higher, lower. It doesn't matter for us. And because if you ever look at the research, it always shows that for a woman, like, you guys care more about what a man provides to the relationship. That's how we add value, is what we provide. Because if you ask women, like, would you date a guy that's a bum and you're sleeping on the corner, like Will said, I guess probably majority of you guys probably would say no.
No, not in the corner. In the corner of my house.
All right, yeah, in the
my
corner.
House. That's all. I don't need to sleep, in a fancy, Egyptian cotton and all. I don't need all of that. I can sleep on my couch. I grew up sleeping on the couch. Just like that. But, like, if you need all of these other things, communicate that in the beginning, because maybe I don't need all of what you're talking about. So I'm a low maintenance kind of guy. So
and also
I don't know.
So Mia, you say your girl makes a lot of money? The one that asked that question?
Yeah. A lot of my friends do.
Yeah.
A lot of them are very independent. Yeah.
The one thing I would say with the women, because I know a lot of women today, they have their own businesses and they make good money for themselves, but they're single and they find it hard to attract a man. A lot of them, like, one thing I have seen is when a woman makes more when she makes more money financially, then a lot of them only want to date guys within the same level. So what happens? So the more money they make, they eliminate all the regular guys, the ice cream drivers, the construction guys, those guys with regular jobs. They don't even give them no time of day. So they're only looking for a small percentage of men. But the problem is the men that they're looking for, that small percentage, because they're already financially independent, they're not looking for a woman that's financially independent because they already bring that to the table. And that's one of the questions I always hear from. I'm successful, I have money, but all the guys the same level as me as far as money, they're not attracted to me. I was like, yeah, because the guy that's already his own breadwinner, he already has his own money. He doesn't care about money. So if you think for women, you guys, when it comes to money and finances, that's important to you. For men, like, we don't, like, when I see a woman, like, I could care less what she wears, I could care less what she drives, I could care less where she lives. If I'm attracted to you and I like you, and you're loyal to me, like, and you have that femininity, that feminine energy, I'm gonna be attracted to you. But I have seen it for a lot of those girls that make a lot of money, because they always say, I can't find a man who's like, why did I date this guy right here? He's a good guy, he's loyal, he has good integrity, good values. But he's not on my level. That's what they would say. He's not on my level. I was like, well, then 80% of 90, so they're eliminating 80-90% of the men, because 80-90% of the men are not they're not financial bracket. But the problem with them is the 10% of the men that they're looking for, because in the same level financially, those men don't look for women like them. Because when you're a very financial successful man, then you know what happens? You're getting all the pretty women. So they have options. So that's why I would say to them, is like, look, if you have options, but you're just not willing to date down, you don't want to date the average dude. Because I know average dudes right now that can be the best husband and give you children and give you loyal, but because you value your social status, your financial status, and you think those guys are not their level, which I think it's kind of shallow, But at the end of the day, if you choose to only date guys in this level, then understand it's a small percentage of men. Your dating pool shrinks. So, and then that's why you're struggling to find a man. It's not because there's not available men. It's not you eliminate your dating market. So that's what I would say to her. Will, do you have anything to say to that?
Listen, that level right there, those so I think these days, like, on the internet, they got that high value man and all that kind of stuff. I don't know any of those guys that do not cheat. All of those guys, because they have so many options, just like these high value women, I won't say high value, but like they're beautiful
Yeah.
on the front, on the front.
On
But
me,
they're
and
shallow.
yeah.
They don't have nothing else to offer. But I mean, they can post right now. They don't have to do anything. They just sit there and just be, beautiful in the front, and 1 million views. That's that's the currency for a man that has all of this money, or that's on that level. It don't matter how he look or whatever like that. He has the gamut. He has the woman, the very from the those kind of girls, all the way to the loyal that he passes over, to all the way to everybody. He has all of these options. So you have the very, very beautiful women that have all of these options that are shallow and all of that. And then you have this guy who has a lot of options because he has all of this money. I've seen all those levels. I lived in all of those levels. I did all of that. That's nothing that I want to be in. No, and I think people just really have to just live it, to just be like, I don't want that. I'm not impressed by any of that, because you're gonna get cheated on. And then even if you listen to these celebrities when they're talking, they'll even say, like, if you're gonna be on this level, you just gotta expect he's gonna have a side chick, he's gonna have another this and another that.
Yeah.
I mean, is that really what you want? So, like, I've been all the way dirt poor. I've had a lot of money. I have like excessively amount of money, and I have like just regular. And to me, it's just like, none of that really makes any difference. If I tell you this is what makes me happy, okay, and you tell me that's what makes you happy, the money is not even a factor anymore. So if you just put that out of your mind in terms of what level we're at and all of that, let's just talk about what makes us happy. But if your gauge is how much money I make or how much I bring to the table and all that kind of stuff, when I told you all I wanted to do was be an ice cream driver, and you said that you want to do that, okay, let's get our let's pay our bills. We got our bills paid. What is there to talk about? What is there to argue about? We don't have nothing to argue about. The bills are paid. Who cares who paid them? But if you now, as an ice cream driver, I can pay for all of this stuff. Now, we might stay in Inglewood or wherever, but you want to stay in Beverly Hills. Okay, now we're using your your finances to do that.
Yeah.
But we already had from the top. At the very beginning, I told you what made me happy. So it's I don't know. I think people just take money too seriously, and especially as like in the Polynesian community, we didn't trip off of that kind of stuff for real. And if you move all of that stuff out of the way, it's like, we know what makes us happy, and it doesn't include all of this money and what we can do for each other. That's kind of like American kind of American kind of way, but this is the way we grew up. So it's kind of like we have to get rid of all of these layers to be happy.
Have you guys heard of hypergamy?
I think.
Have you heard of hypergamy?
Hypergamy?
Yeah, hypergamy. Have you heard of hypergamy?
No.
So
I think, but
so hypergamy. So hypergamy is the reason why women who make more money cannot date a guy that's lower level, because there was research done, like, our social, like our behavior when it comes to like relationships, or how we're attracted to. So for women, you guys are always gonna be naturally attracted to the guy. So you have the guy that has the same social or economic status than you, so the same level higher. So most women would prefer, if you had an option, you would prefer to date a guy that's at the same level of social economic status than you or higher. That's what hypergamy is, and it's in your nature, because back in the day, if you go back to the caveman days, in order for you to survive back in the caveman days, you had to align yourself with the strongest male to survive back in the caveman days. So that's always been ingrained throughout evolutionary evolution biology. So it's always going through ever since all the way to today. It's still the same way. Like for women, you because you guys will have kids, because you guys are gonna get pregnant, it's in your best interest to align yourself with a guy that is in the same social economic status and you, to take care of you, because that's your best interest to survive and to thrive. it doesn't serve you if you align yourself with a guy that's a bum, that's not working, that's lazy, there's nothing going on for his life, because it doesn't serve you to survive, especially if you have kids. How he's going to take care of you? So that's why for a lot of women today, that's why if ask guys, is like me and Will, it doesn't matter how much money or what a woman's social economic status is. Like, it doesn't matter to whether she makes more, makes less, same level. We as men, we can date down. Like we doesn't matter if we rise and become a high value man, we can date down and date all women. But the problem is for women is when they become high value or they make more money, they're not willing to date down because of hypergamy. They prefer to date up. So that's why I always hear, I have a lot of good girlfriends that are very successful. The thing I always hear for them, I can't date an average dude. I hear that all the time. I don't want an average guy. They want to, because they have earned their success and they want a guy in the same level. But like Will said, those guys in the same level, they have a lot of options. So they're always going to take the most attractive, most beautiful option because they get all these type of women. So for a lot of the girls out there that make a lot of money, like you have to, if you getting older and you're not finding a man, the reality is you have to date an average guy. But they're not willing to, because they just, like I said, it's nature. It's just your nature. You want your guy to be in the same level. Yeah. So to her, if I would ask her friends, like, yeah, take a chance on random the average dude, because I'm sure there's guys that holler at her all the time, but because they're not on the same levels, I guarantee you that's one of the reasons why she deflects them and she eliminates them. Because I'm sure the guy that she wants, I guarantee you, the guy that she wants, if she had to pick, he's probably in the same level or higher. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on that question.
I don't want to speak too much about her situation, so yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah. All right. Anybody want to add on to that?
Yeah, yo, ice cream truck. I was stuck on you making $80K a year on that, my guy.
Okay. Literally, my uncle just commented on the live and he said, "Oh, dang, an ice cream truck driver making $80K."
Oh,
that's what I was laughing about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that could happen. That could for real happen.
Yeah.
That's